Believe it or not, for someone that constantly makes videos on PCs, this is my first high-end computer. Just last year, I took the plunge and built my first dream high-end PC. This video has been long delayed and deserves its own video. Let's go ahead and see what I came up with today. Just a quick word from our sponsor, Keysfan.com, for cheaper Windows and Office license keys. Keysfan.com are offering 52% off Microsoft Windows licenses using code BEZ52 for Windows 11 Pro, Home, LTSC, LTSC Enterprise, IoT, Windows 10 if you'd like, and you'll be getting 52% off. Just because we've been working for a while together as well, they're also offering 66% off Microsoft Office licenses as well. As we can see, if you use code BEZ66, you'll get 66% off an Office license. They also offer Microsoft Office and Windows license bundles using code BEZ66. It's great to see that they're continuing on to work with me, and I'm happy to say that they are consistently pretty solid. So let's go ahead and see how it works. So we're going to go ahead and click buy now on the Windows 11 Pro key. I'm going to add it to cart. I'm going to view cart. Then we're going to go ahead and apply our discount code. This one is BEZ52. I'm going to go ahead and apply the discount. Then we're going to proceed to checkout, fill out our information. We're going to press place order. And as you can see here, they offer multiple payment methods. So they include PayPal, credit card, and obviously the best way to go here is probably PayPal. So we're going to use that method as it's the most secure. Keysfan.com offer pretty solid customer service, and I've tested them multiple times in the past. So if you guys want to get a cheap Windows key, head over to Keysfan.com and use code BEZ52 for 52% off Windows operating system licenses and code BEZ66 for 66% off Office licenses. I'll see you guys there at Keysfan.com. Let's finally build my dream gaming PC. Starting us off, we have the motherboard, which is the X870E Taichi Lite from ASRock. Now this motherboard is completely overkill for what I need it for, but it was a nice high-end board just in case I wanted to overclock in the future. Has solid VRMs, looks pretty decent, and has PCIe 5.0 16X for the main slot. It's great for the M.2 slots as well, as they don't share bandwidth with the PCIe 5.0 16X slot, which is amazing just in case I want to populate more stuff in this computer. Not that I do at the moment, it's just the availability is there. For our CPU, we've chosen the Ryzen 7 7800X3D from AliExpress. I have a full video on explaining how to get one from AliExpress reliably, and is it actually worth it. The 7800X3D is more than enough for me in gaming scenarios, and of course is one of the best gaming CPUs that you can get even in 2026. Although I have seen multiple specials for the 9800X3D, I think the 7800X3D just hits that sweet spot in terms of price and performance. Next up, we have our RAM, which is an interesting case. So I've got 2 sticks of DDR5 6000 CL30 G-Skills Trident Z5 memory, which is actually pretty good. So this is a solid kit of RAM of DDR5, and of course I did buy this last year. This entire build was made in March of last year. Yeah, it took me over a year to put this video out, sorry guys, but I had purchased that for only 210 New Zealand dollars at the time. Crazy deal. And to note how expensive this kit is, I believe I saw it for upwards of 800 to 900 New Zealand dollars, so stuff is still pretty crazy at the moment. 32 gigabytes is more than enough for me, and plenty for any gaming scenarios that I throw at it. Now we've got a lot of storage, so let's go over them. For the SSD, the main boot drive, I've gone with the Samsung 990 Pro 2TB. This is from my previous build, and it is a solid SSD. I've had no problems with it even till this day. It's amazing to run, and I actually got it at a pretty good price, which I'll put on screen a couple of years ago. In the second slot, we've got the PNY NVMe 1TB SSD. In there, we've also got a tester drive, so the Samsung 860 EVO 500GB, which I use for benchmarking. Then for games, we've got the Samsung 870 EVO 1TB. Now in terms of hard drives, we've got quite a few. So we've got one Seagate 500GB, we've got one 4TB Seagate IronWolf NAS, and then we've got one 12TB Seagate EXOS X16. So that X16 drive was actually a really good deal. I've done an individual video on how I got that deal as well. I'll put the price on screen because that was a few years ago, I think 2 years ago now. So solid drive, still going well, and pretty happy with it. Overall, have more than enough storage for what I need. A small note here, of course I make videos, so yes, I do need quite a bit of storage for the amount of stuff that I store. Yes, it's overkill, but I did get good deals for them at the time. I'm not trying to overspend here, I'm just trying to make it as frictionless as possible for me. Now for our case, we're using the Corsair 5000D. It's a massive case, full ATX, so it's actually pretty heavy. I might actually put a video of me bicep curling it because it's that heavy. Sorry, random note there. For the fans on this case that we already have installed, we have 3 in-wind Sirius Roop ASR 120mm fans. They're intakes. Then we also have 3 intakes at the front, which are Fractal Design Prisma AL12s 120mm. They're kind of old now. Then for the exhaust, we have one Silverstone Air Blazer 120R 120mm fan. And of course, as you can see, we're installing everything into the Corsair 5000D now. I think this is a good time to mention my power supply. We've gone with the Corsair RM1000X Gold rated power supply. It's 1000 watts. Yes, completely overkill for this build and this PC as a whole, but it's just in case I happen to get any GPUs that will use more power. Yep, unlikely for the GPU I'm about to mention, but for our GPU, we've picked the ASRock RX 9070 XT Taichi. Yep, not intentional at all because my graphics card was purchased before the ASRock Taichi Lite motherboard, but it just so happens that they tie in with their design patterns. I'm really happy with the RX 9070 XT that I've chosen, and although it does have the notorious connector and I am using an adapter for it, it's held up really well over the last year with no issues that I can think of besides coil whine. I'm happy with the RX 9070 XT's performance. It's more than enough, and you guys will see a bit of benchmarks at the end of this video, I believe, and maybe some gameplay. We'll see how that pans out. I think it's funny to say, last but not least, we have the Arctic Liquid Freezer 3 360mm rad for the CPU cooler. Well, this one is a bit of a monster to install in this case, and it was a little bit difficult, and I will admit I did use some zip ties in some places just to get it in place exactly where I wanted it. This is a monster of an AIO and is definitely one of the best ones that you can buy, even till this day. Should you go with something more practical, like a tower cooler? Yeah, but this is my dream PC, so I had to pick the dream parts. Additionally as well, we also have this RGB diffuser on the bottom of the case, but yes, that pretty much sums up the build itself. I'm super happy with what I got, and definitely the fact that I built it at such a great time last year. Even last year in March, I thought it was a little bit expensive for me to afford, but I can't imagine trying to build this exact PC in 2026. That would be insane. So, should you build your dream gaming PC? Let's hand it over to me from the future and see my final thoughts. It's me from the future, and I wanted to give my final thoughts on this computer. Actually, it makes no sense for me to be here. Let's head over to my computer and I'll be back in a second. Much better, eh? So yes, this is my dream gaming PC right behind me. Probably not in focus because it's auto-focusing on my face, but yeah, it's been more than a year now, and I'm more than happy with it as it is. The RX 9070 XT is an absolute monster of a card. I think it's pretty good value for money depending on which region you're in. Of course, some places the RTX 5070 Ti might be better, but for me, it's been an absolute breeze. Despite some, well, I'd say minor AMD driver problems, as a whole, I think it's pretty solid. Also have the Ryzen 7 7800X 3D as well in there, and it's such a solid CPU. I'm so happy with that thing. It can more than handle the RX 9070 XT and everything that I throw at it. I think for multitasking as well, it's actually not that bad. Although for editing, you know, they could have something better with more cores, but for gaming and benchmarking, I'm really happy with it, and it still is one of the best gaming CPUs that you can buy to this day. And if you guys want to have a look as well, I made a little bit of a video on how to buy one from AliExpress. They had some really good deals on AliExpress recently, so I'll be making some more videos on that, and you guys will be seeing something cool coming up real soon. So right here is another CPU from AliExpress. I will show you guys in another video, so make sure you're sticking around for that one. But yeah, pretty happy with this PC so far. Performance is great, it looks good as well. I'm just so happy with it. I can't not say that I'm not pleased with this PC. It's such a blessing to have, and it's definitely a dream that has been fulfilled. And hopefully all the trauma from when I was a child is all gone away. No, I'm kidding. Hopefully. But yeah, I think this solves more than one issue for the channel, and as well as going through the last year. It definitely has reduced the friction for making videos and outputting stuff. So would I say to build your dream gaming PC in 2026? Absolutely not. Do not do this. In 2026, would I say that? Yeah, like try not to, just because RAM is so expensive. I think the best method at the moment is trying to get something that's good enough, and when things start to calm down a bit more, because it seems like RAM prices are starting to stabilize, then you can start to upgrade. But yeah, it is a bit difficult at the moment, and I'm really lucky that I built this PC last year, because would not have been able to afford it whatsoever at the end of last year or, well, right now. So yeah, more than grateful and more than happy to have this computer. So yeah, that about sums up the video. And if you guys didn't know, I had to be a little bit dressed up for this one because, you know, fancy PC, fancy outfit, I don't know. I just came home from work and this video has to be out pretty soon. So that's the real reason. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. It's a bit more of a like ad hoc kind of video, just throwing stuff together. Let me know if you guys like that or not. Happy to make more videos like that off script. I was pretty pleased with how things are coming out so far. So we'll see how it goes. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.